Welcome to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl Show. The pod with a dope squad, talking about life, all straight with no chaser. Thanks for clicking that play button. Take a shot and join your host, Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl, also known as Rob, Mike, and Dunia.
What's up?
We're back.
Hello.
Back for episode 4.
Quattro.
Or 4.
Oh. Yeah, because we're in the dirty south.
Yeah.
And that's what we talking about. Episode 4.
Episode 4. So how was y'all week?
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
If you haven't listened to us before, we're in Texas. So
That's the only, we already mentioned that episode 1.
I said if you haven't listened to us before and you're starting here, we're in Texas. So
Well, it's the only time I thank God I was burned.
A long week.
yeah.
Weird week.
Well, we're able to record, so we have power.
Yeah.
And we're not talking to Scratchy, so we have water.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
So blessed.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to us having a stockpile of liquor to get through it.
Well, I mean, I know how our household was. We were without power for 3 days. And the water was suspect. Luckily, we have a pool if we completely ran out for toilet flushing and things that people weren't able to do. But we were pretty blessed. And my sister and my niece, they lost power and water, so they were with us camping out for 3 days, almost 4 days. But that was nice. Good bonding.
Yeah, it was fun.
So, I know all over Texas, a lot of people had it a lot worse with the pipes out.
Yeah, so
First thing.
I don't even want to talk about my situation, because I was blessed. I lost power for 2 hours and water for half of one day. Woke up Tuesday with no water and had water back by 1 o'clock. And,
That's a good note for real estate.
yeah.
Well,
But
that means you
I
can
feel-
tell them what the name of our episode is.
So,
Leading in.
We live in Houston, right? In the great state of Texas. That's a slogan that I've been hearing all my life. The great state of Texas, and we live in the 4th largest city in the nation, Houston, right? A lot of y'all may not know anything about Houston. Houston was established June 5th, 1837.
1837.
Been around for a while,
I knew
right?
that.
They've been doing it for a while.
For our listeners.
Yeah.
they might know.
And in 1837, it was founded by 2 brothers, Augustus and John Allen. They bought some land, and they wanted to establish a new town at the junction of the Buffalo Bayou and White Oak Bayou. So they bought this land. They're going to make this booming town. They focused on transportation and stuff like that. And it's a lot of good things happening in Houston, a lot of history in Houston. Houston was the first word spoken from the moon when they landed on the moon. And it wasn't Houston, we have a problem, right? It was Houston, tranquility base is here. The first word, Houston. But we're going to talk about the other term that NASA made so famous in regards to Houston. Go ahead and say it.
Houston, we have a problem.
Houston,
We have a
Texas.
damn problem.
we have a damn problem.
Texas in general.
Yeah.
But since we're here, we're going to discuss kind of what we went through. And I mean, obviously we know people in other cities in Texas, a lot of other people in other cities in Texas that fared well, and some fared feather, I guess, fair whatever it is, the term.
Fared terribly.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't
Yeah.
have to sugarcoat it and make it cute. Fared terribly.
Yeah, so I reach out to all our sales staff and stuff like that, and hope the best for them. And just what can you do? That's what I tried to. My accomplishment was like, hey, are y'all okay? What do you need? Do you need something? Because I got lucky enough where the Friday before the storm came, I just happened to need gas, got it, and so me and my wife were able to get in my car and charge our phones and everything. But
Can we just brief moment? Charging your phone in the car doesn't work the same.
well, because we
But
were using
still-
20 outlets.
Still blessed, but
Yeah.
yeah.
What doesn't work for everybody that's listening, especially Sylvester Turner, because I heard him say it more than once, and Sylvester Turner and
Sir.
Miss Hidalgo, the county judge, opening your windows and blinds when it's 20 degrees outside, just because the sun out isn't gonna.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot of sunlight, right?
Yeah.
But the sun not working like that at that moment, It's not going. So you got people. You telling them to turn their thermostat down and open the windows and let.
Yeah.
What kind of sense that
If
makes?
you don't even know what to say, just don't say it
Don't
at all.
say it.
Just say, we're sorry, we're working on it, and then cut the channel. I mean, I don't know, I wasn't watching TV. You could text us that, and I fell out. I mean, it's called basic science.
Yeah.
And I feel like people in charge need to have science 101, like in high school. Like,
And
go ahead. Hand raise.
I tried to
That's
dumb
Tequila.
that shit for 10 minutes.
Well, you've never been to Colorado.
No. And I'm opening the curtain, and I'm like, why the hell I'm opening this? I spent all this money on this fucking curtain, and this curtain is supposed to keep
I was trying
shit
to
out and keep shit in. So why the hell am I opening it?
Like your heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying not to laugh this whole time.
You have to laugh.
We forgot to do this, by the way.
Laughter's the best
We
medicine.
forgot to do that
We hear.
earlier.
We hear.
No, I was running around.
But I'm trying to help out everybody else, because they saying this so you don't use so much energy,
Yeah.
to help the grid. So I said, let me try this. But then all I'm doing, I'm like, I spent a lot of money on these curtains because they supposed to.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to say
It's
this.
not like saying
Oh, go ahead.
sleep in your car, open the windows. Let the sun. It's the same philosophy. Like be outside in your car.
In the garage with it closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
That's where you'll maintain more heat.
hold on. So I was running around the house like screaming, "Give me that wop! Give me that wop! Give me that wop!" And they said, "What the hell?" I said, "That water and power."
We got a remix going on in Houston because it's way more important.
Yeah.
Obviously. But I'm going to just get this out the way because I'm not going to spend the entire night talking about this. But since you brought up our Houston people, we can't have to bring up the state people because it's a state issue.
Yeah. I love
all
Turner.
the way trickled down. So,
I'm a Turner fan.
yeah, well.
That's just me.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I'm not a fan of what happened to our state
Me
or our
either.
city, and that goes for our governors and our
We only have
senators
one
and our senators. Do we?
governor.
Do we? Do we have one, or do we have a corporation?
We have a corporation.
Of course,
Okay,
I'm not gonna name
thank you,
names.
thank
I didn't
you.
know we were going this
That was
route.
called. That was. I'm just going to get it out of the way
Because
you know.
What route?
Or-
We're just
well,
talking about this
okay,
whole
I'm
ass
sorry.
shit.
Let's say we have one
Whole ass
governor
shit is
and,
whole
not,
ass
and not a
shit.
senator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some, I don't know, our senator was in Cancun. So, yeah.
Would
Is
you
that where he
want
went?
to
Or Puerto
stay here?
Vallarta?
Stay here and shovel stuff.
Well,
people's corn.
Well, let me reference.
He's a senator for
let-
the state of Texas.
yeah,
he
let
could
me-
have been in Washington,
let,
snowed in.
let me reference a tweet
no, that's fine.
from our great senator about the state of
And
California.
this is why we have discussions
Yes.
like this.
California is now unable to perform even basic functions of civilization, like having reliable electricity. Biden, Harris, AOC want to make California's failed energy policy the standard nationwide, Hope you don't like air conditioning. Well, sir, we like heat here, and we like water, and we like electricity also. And we're on a different thing than California that you said was better and would make us better as a state. Not just starting from him. I'm not going to just blame him. But again, if you don't know what the fuck to say, don't say it.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Because it will always come back and bite you.
Yeah.
And what happened was you left.
Yeah.
You left because you couldn't perform the same thing that you had a problem with in August.
Yeah.
And it's not a bipartisanship thing, because I don't believe in that. We can get into that one day. It's a common decency thing.
But do you realize
And you failed your people thing. All of us.
Yeah.
I don't
Of course,
care
it
if
was
you're
not a good
if you're
look
red,
by
blue.
any means.
It's not about just even a good look. People died because of greed.
No, it was not. A
And
good
it's
look at all.
ridiculous. Greed.
And it's every
Greed.
governor, every state. I mean,
No, it's not. We're talking about Texas
Okay,
and
fine.
Houston. Period.
Yeah.
And what we dealt with this week and what we all should have seen as people.
Yeah.
Period.
And
So
I get that.
next to all of them. Turner, Hidalgo, Abbott, Cruz, and ERCOT.
See, I didn't even. I didn't even know. So what are we gonna do about the R in ERCOT? Because it stands for
You can get rid of the E, R, the C, O, and the T for me. Thank you.
Reliable.
And the thing about them, man, they had to get energy from Mexico when Harvey came, Hurricane Harvey. So they knew that shit was unstable.
They've been saying it since 2011.
They should have been, as a safety professional, hate to go to work. One thing true safety professionals stand on and try to push in the work industry is to be, even business, not just safety, all aspects of business, you want to be proactive. If you're being reactive, you drop the ball somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have to be
Because
reactive.
it's not just the cold.
Yeah.
We don't handle hurricanes, which we get all
All
of
the time. Yeah.
Well, here.
Well, I always said that. I've said our electric system. You know that.
Okay.
We've had
Okay.
a discussion.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
I said our
Yes.
electric is antiquated. It
Exactly.
very much
But
is.
we're independent
But
and
I've
we have
always
no
said that.
regulations, and that's
I've
a
always
problem.
said that.
But the
If you're-
thing
if
is,
you're
She
gonna-
told me to
if-
run. Well,
if
why don't
you're-
you run for mayor? And I go, I don't have the funding.
If you're gonna take my money on time and shut my stuff off whenever I'm late, you better be using my money to make sure that I'm okay when I really need it for any type of situation. And I'm irritated because I don't like the passing of blame. First, it was because of the wind turbines, and ERCOT even came out and said, no, it was our fault. They
That
even
they
said
didn't-
it was our fault.
They
Right,
didn't
right.
regulate the wind turbine.
Right,
Yeah.
because they didn't have to, because we are independent of
Yeah.
energy here. We
But
just
ERCOT
they
is
put
all
them in.
Texas.
But-
it's not just.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I know.
Yeah, that's
So
our
what do you mean?
problem.
How
We're
they're
talking about
not?
Texas.
You just said they're not
Because we don't
responsible.
have federal regulations in Texas
But-
because we choose not
Okay.
to. That's just a fact.
Fair enough.
The wind turbines only counted for 16,000 watts. We are at oil, gas,
But
Coal.
they're not. They're
Coal,
regulating that.
nuclear.
They're regulating that. That's the fact of the matter. What you just said.
but that's what failed.
That is not what we don't have some major nuclear plant. That's a new
I said
one that can
300,000 is what failed us. That is what they said. And then they had to backtrack. All of the power-ups had to backtrack and say, okay, yeah, it wasn't the wind turbines. And then while Ted Cruz was in Cancun, he blamed his daughters.
Yeah.
Like, he did exactly what he wanted the wall for,
Yeah.
to people coming over here to save their kids, and you couldn't handle 2 days while all of your constituents had to handle it, and you went to Mexico. That doesn't make sense to me. It's just called a hypocrisy, and it has nothing to do. Turner, he's a Democrat, right?
Yep.
I don't give a bye. Hidalgo, she's a Democrat.
I don't
Bye,
know.
whatever. I don't care about that. Do right by your people. If you say we can be an island on our own, we don't even need DC or anybody else, then show it to your people, because your state isn't great without your people.
Right.
Period. That's all I'm gonna say on.
And
these
I completely agree with you
And-
on
and-
that statement.
And Ted
because
Cruz,
we could be energy.
the pictures that I seen of his family on the beach, they didn't need him. He just wanted to go because they was turning up.
It
They
wasn't like newborns.
Right.
They didn't need help.
They didn't need him at all. They knew what to do when they got there. The pictures show that.
Yeah, sure.
But
Okay, moving on from them.
Yeah, like I said,
Unless I get mad again. 4 million people, no power in Texas.
yeah. And that's just the power. That ain't talking about the pipes bursting and the cold.
The damage, the death.
Yeah.
Well, because to be honest with you, on that note, I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't expect in Texas, and there are certain dollars that go certain
Don't
ways.
expect
So,
what in Texas?
like a freeze like we had.
You know why?
I
No,
get,
hold on.
Oh,
I,
let me-
I expect
let-
one.
let me let him
I
finish.
expect one every
I
year.
didn't get to finish.
But I expect one every year, bro. We have one at least 2 times a year. But go ahead.
All I was saying was, you do have to make a specific decision on funding. Okay. You don't expect a snowstorm like we got. So, like the pipes bursting and stuff like that, we're just not set up like that in Texas, especially Southeast Texas.
You're not when they tell you don't let your water trickle. When I moved to Texas, I was
Well, I
7.
didn't hear that. I didn't hear him telling the
Well,
water
you didn't
trickle
hear.
because
He had power.
I had-
I was used to that.
He had
Yeah.
power and was watching.
No. What I'm saying is, yeah, exactly. Even knowing that, that's what I did. I went to the house and let the water trickle because I'm not a dummy. I guess I'm more.
I mean, it's not the dummies. They listening to the people. They listening to their leaders.
They told him not to.
I didn't hear that. That's what I'm
but I'm
saying.
telling you, that's what they said.
I know, but
then you call
even
them
as a
dummies.
kid, I knew to like trickle the water when if there was a hard freeze.
Well,
So-
we're glad that you do that as a kid. Some people did not.
Okay, and like I said, I feel for them. I feel for them, but I didn't know. A lot people didn't know that, and that's my ignorance.
And I'm not saying that's why they pipes burst. But when you tell people to not to do one of the most known things to do to prevent pipes bursting,
Bursting, yeah.
what's gonna happen?
And I'm gonna go back to
Yeah.
we're not used to it, but basic science. You don't want to listen to basic science.
No.
We're getting weird weather because the climate is off.
Yep.
Sorry, plain and simple. I was a biology major. I love science, and that's just a
But
fact.
you didn't want.
Weather is off. The weather is off. We got some weird stuff going on. We got hit with a winter storm, a rainstorm, and now we're in bikinis out here.
Yep.
It's weird. So
But that's remember I went,
if you
went
wanna
running the drip. On
I
the,
know,
on
but
the water,
if
and
you
were
want,
like,
if you want to
you-
be an island on yourself, you need to be prepared for all of it, all of it.
And what year we didn't have a freeze? Please tell me. Well, we probably didn't
mean,
have a
I
snow.
have
I
video-
had one like that.
Well,
Well,
I know because
a
I
freeze is a freeze.
I have video of Harley at our townhome in the snow.
In the
It
snow,
froze.
it
No,
snowed.
Oscar. That was
No,
Oscar.
no, I haven't.
It
looked it
snowed
up.
about-
I looked it up. Yeah, because I was like, he has been in snow before.
Well, then what happened to global warming at this point? Since we're
That's
freezing.
That's not how that
Oh,
works.
it's not.
That's not how
Climate
that,
change.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. It doesn't mean you get hot. See, this is my point. But you like culinary. I like science. So I mean, that's not how
What do
global
you mean
warming
about
goes.
science?
That's
I know. I made a
not how
joke
global
with you.
warming
I made
goes.
a joke with you when I talked to my uncle, and we were joking. I said his favorite part of the movie about the day after tomorrow when
Yeah.
all the people from the U.S. were running to Mexico
Well,
to get out.
I ain't
so
see
we're
it.
the greatest
Yeah.
country.
You never saw the day
Greatest
after tomorrow?
country and the greatest state in the greatest country.
Yeah.
I saw a joke too where it said some guy in New Jersey, I don't know New Jersey, but he goes, I'd like to apologize for saying Ted Cruz only cared about Texas. I thought he just didn't like us. But anyways,
I don't even know why he's a point. I mean, he's so. I guess I'm so not. I'm not into politics, but that guy, he's such a.
Well, apparently y'all learned tonight.
Well,
because I'm mad. I'm mad for
and the thing
people
is,
that died, the people that are still struggling, the people that will be struggling for a long time
Of course.
because of the power ups and the higher ups. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
and you call them politicians. You know, I just look at it. It's a structure, and you got the leaders of this shit that people voted in a position to do whatever it is they're supposed to be doing, and they doing a piss poor job of it. Just like if I work for a company and I got a nick and poop as a boss, you know what I'm saying? My boss is a dumb. Yeah,
I was going to say something because the escort y'all talking about
What escort? What else?
Yeah.
You got some information?
we know where your mind at.
The escort that y'all were talking about, it's not. It's an independent group
that our higher ups chose.
It's an independent group that run our fucking power grid.
And it's not, again, like I said, these people are all new that we're saying.
One lives in Germany or something.
This has been going on for forever. These people are in charge right now. I'm just talking about them because they're in charge right now. They didn't pick this per se, but they accepted it, and that is my problem. So, anywho, did anybody hear about the electric bills going up?
I heard they got up going up. There's a potential that they will go up.
Why?
A lot.
Why? Do you have an answer?
So they
can't even.
I
Come
can't.
on, I gotta
So
you don't even want to pay what we pay now.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna.
So they can pay Arkansas and whoever else they got power from to store the grid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making a guess because they had to get power from other states to get the grid back. So they got to pay for that power, right? I mean, ain't no buddy system. Y'all ain't in the buddy. Y'all ain't in the group. Y'all staying alone.
They got to. I would like to use
we're about to
traveling funds and things towards my bill that I paid in taxes,
right.
and on the Centerpoint bills and the TXU bills and the water bills, the City of Houston bills. Y'all can take it out of somebody else's pocket that knew about it, and yeah.
No,
it's gross. It's just
your rate fluctuate. Your rate flux.
I'm just thinking we're about to do this podcast in candles with some candles.
Whatever.
Not turn all the lights off.
Right.
Get cold again.
Rob's like, we handled it fine. Good luck. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I said something like, what's that term? Pry it out of my cold dead hands. You gonna get what I give you every month.
They're gonna shut it off anyways.
Well, then I guess we'll be in a blackout again, and then good luck with your economy, Texas.
You know, it's
nobody's paying those bills while they're still trying to fix their houses from flooding and pipes and stuff. Good luck.
It's bad. You know, I have a friend, ex-coworker. They moved here from another state, and they had to go through this, and they were checking up on me, and I was like, Texas really embarrassed itself, right? And they was like, they really did, and that's why I'm trying to get the hell up out of here, and because y'all deserve better. You know, they haven't been here a year.
My sister did a post. My sister moved from Ohio last year, and she said, wow, Texas, you're looking really Ohio-ish right now. The ghetto.
I was wondering how she felt, you know, because it's cold as fuck over there.
Yeah, and they don't have those issues.
You know, I used to go there a lot,
Yeah.
to Ohio, and every time I went, it was power, it was water, shit was shut down, and it was...
Used to it, like I said. Depending on how the times dollars.
If you want to be the greatest state in the greatest country, you got to be ready for everything.
Well,
ready for war.
Let me.
Ready for war.
Rob keeps saying used to it, right?
They're used to it.
Listen
to
Rob.
put funding into having a snowstorm and so on.
But let me. So Dallas not used to freezing. Fort Worth not used to freeze because this didn't just hit Houston; it was statewide.
Yeah.
These cities freeze, dude. We have a freeze every year.
And Dallas,
you act like just because it don't snow. We got 2 inches of snow, 3 inches of snow, and it was more ice. I mean, come on.
Well, climate change.
It wasn't. You act like you was outside making snowmen and stuff. I mean, for real.
I didn't see that.
That's what I didn't see no snowmen. I'm just saying it wasn't that much snow.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Like I said, even
it wasn't even a blizzard. I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
It wasn't even actually.
Maybe I'm just playing devil's advocate, but the fact
the bullshit is the bullshit. This is what pissed me off is we weren't used to it. Winter, spring, summer, fall. That shit has not stopped. It get cold every year. It get icy every year. Not like what?
That.
That's not
Our
true.
major
That's not
concern-
true, man.
No, hold
You
on.
don't remember me
You're-
driving to
y'all
work
are
and
jumping.
you had to pick
Hold on.
Because you keep.
Y'all are both jumping me at one time asking me.
You don't remember when you had
know-
to you had to drive me to work and we couldn't get there because everything was frozen over?
Yeah, 8 years ago.
Come on, man.
That was
Okay,
like
so they
8
didn't
years
prepare
ago.
then?
All right.
You had
Well, they didn't
you
prepare
had the
then?
Xterra then. How
Yeah,
long ago
a
was that?
SUV. That
But
couldn't
my
make it.
point is, how often does hell freeze over? Let's just put it.
Well, what
Are you
if
calling Texas hell?
No,
The-
I'm saying Houston is almost an Amazon. Let's put it that way. If there were no buildings here or anything
The
like
Amazon's having trouble right now too. Okay. Everywhere's
So-
having trouble. 'cause
that, you're not
It's hot.
letting.
The
All right.
global warming.
the thing is, Rob?
I said, what did I say? And I'm going to quote it again. We were outside, and I go, I hate how, specifically Houston, how the electric grid is so antiquated. I've said that, and quote me wrong. Have I not said that multiple
Yeah,
times?
I agree.
I said that during Ike. I said, I hate our grid so antiquated.
Okay, so we gotta.
During this, I said,
So we
I
have to
hate
fix the people that want to keep this grid
Antiquated.
antiquated. So
But
they're-
have I
so
not
they're-
said
so-
that?
Okay, so
Regardless
so
if
that's
you
what
said
we're-
it.
that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying is, you agree, but you want to kind of play devil's advocate. There's not
Yeah.
a devil's advocate.
No, what I mean
we
is-
should be ready for hurricanes, which we always get.
Usher,
and we're
North
not.
Carolina,
And we're not.
and the East
And we're not.
Coast, and all these places that are expecting floodeds. Did you not know about Katrina that killed the barrier
Hey.
between New Orleans and and flooded in because the levees didn't hold?
But I don't live.
Does
in,
anybody?
I don't live
I
in.
mean,
all those
this is the
My
places.
thing.
point is,
This is the
y'all
thing.
are sitting there
Places.
shitting on Houston and Texas.
Oh no,
but-
I'm not. I love the people.
You shitting on them
Houston.
too because you joined this podcast with knowing what the title is.
No, but I'm trying to defend where other states have. I mean, you got people.
But we're not talking
you got
about other
people
states.
still.
I'm
I
not
wish
talking
somebody
about
could
other
see me.
states.
You got people still
I'm not
frozen
talking
in New
about other
England
states.
like this from the last
I'm not
storm they
talking about
had.
other states. I thought the title of the
Yeah.
episode was
Oh.
Houston. We got a damn problem, and
Yeah.
we said we
We
would
did.
address
I said we had a shitty.
And
I
you know
said that.
what
Yeah.
happened in New Orleans?
Mm.
The same way we have an old grid, whatever you talking about. How old is New Orleans? How old were
Yeah,
those
they got an
levees?
old ass grid, too.
yeah, so how old were those levees? I mean, that ain't even our argument. You know what I'm saying?
Fix your shit is the thing.
No, I'm okay. Maybe because
But you just said you
I'm
agree.
on the-
The shit should be fixed.
it should be fixed.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So the end. There's no.
And
devil's
then
advocate.
another thing for New Orleans, they so used and complacent when it comes to hurricanes. You know, even with the levees breaking, if the people would have responded to the hurricane warnings and stuff, you'd have lost property and stuff like that, but it probably wouldn't have been so many deaths, right? If the people, but we so used to hurricanes, you know what I'm saying? We used to freezing. We used to that shit free. We used to having freezes. Wasn't nobody trying to leave.
Hold on.
Until it
Are
got
we
frozen.
really used to it?
Why didn't you leave?
No, I'm asking.
Yeah, we used to it getting cold.
Snow like that? You're used
Snow
to
like
Houston?
what?
What we had this winter, like this, what we had that's normal. That's normal every year. Absolutely not.
Rob, come on, you talking about snow?
But
Did you
freeze.
That wasn't
you
real
seen the
snow.
picture she
They're
posted,
saying
right?
It's on record. Yeah.
I'm talking about the freeze. I'm not even gonna be confused myself talking about what they call snow.
Yeah.
Because
freeze.
the freeze. Yeah, we freeze.
It's a record-breaking freeze.
we have a freeze at least once a year. Maybe it's not so record-breaking 9 degrees, but the roads get icy and people have to let their
Okay,
water
all right,
drip,
I'll
and
look-
you have to do the spot heater protection precautions and all
still
every
have
year.
power
Re-
and
re-
water.
rewind the news to 1 year, and I bet you see.
And they kept lining their pockets because it worked during all the other freezes until it didn't. And now you have to pay the price. If you have piss poor management, they need to go. That goes in. I don't care if you're at McDonald's working. If your management's piss poor, bye.
Yeah,
And it get cold everywhere. What I'm saying, it get cold
I said
everywhere.
fair enough. Yeah.
You act like Texas is the Sahara Desert or something. I mean,
No, I
like
said-
it's just
I
hot
said-
year
no,
round.
I said-
And
I
come
actually-
on, I've been dealing with. I moved here when I was 7, and I dealt with freezes every year for the last
A
Years I've
freeze
been
like
here.
this that they're saying record
Our
breaking?
hospitals didn't have water. There were people that died because they couldn't get dialysis because we didn't have clean water. Because we had one night of snow, not even a full night, a couple hours. That's a problem. Period. Fix it.
I'm not saying it,
Okay,
but
so
it's-
so I don't need to hear anything else about it. We can just talk about the people of Houston.
A
because
freeze like
that's
this.
the positive. The positive is the people of Houston, the people of Texas in general, because I've heard stories all over Texas of people doing amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I want to shout out
Trey the
somebody-
Truth.
Trey the Truth. Yes, he has done some amazing stuff. But
Every time.
somebody who also does something every time, Mattress Mac.
Mattress Mac.
Mattress Mac.
Mizak.
I mean, he
Huh.
always, every hurricane,
True Houstonian.
Hey, he's still at the
every-
store. He's still at the store selling you a couch.
That's right, and he'll give you a free one if you need it.
Best-
So
best
thank
work
you.
ethic.
I feel like maybe him, also HEB. I know a lot of grocery stores were out of a lot of things, but when HEB got it in, they were giving groceries for free to people. My mother-in-law told me, like most hotels were out of rooms because they were
Yeah.
flocking to anywhere there was
Use
power,
power.
and they were letting mothers with their children sleep in the lobby.
Yep.
And that is what makes this state so great, are the people.
Yep.
People,
We
it's the
don't we
people.
don't care that much about politics. We care about being good, and that's why I love Texas. And
Yeah.
I've lived all over America. I was born in Germany, and that is why I like it here. When people ask me, "Where's your favorite place you lived?" I always say Houston, because of the people, the
Yep.
good people.
We
that
make
we
the
have.
leaders look good.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. We make the leaders
I
look
mean,
good.
like, yeah.
and we are there for each other. I
Yeah.
mean, I shout out.
Smallest town, biggest city.
Shout out
Small
to
town, hard
my
biggest.
neighbor. Here's just a random story. My neighbor, she does, I don't know if anybody knows that Shipped app, but she does grocery shopping for people like in her spare time. She's a young mother, and she texts me. We went back to work on Friday. She texts me. She was shopping an order, and she was like, "Hey, do you guys need anything? I'm here. There's not much on the shelves." Like, and
That's
we
dope.
didn't struggle. And she's like, "I know you guys normally get," because that's how I met her. She was shopping like for us, and we didn't even know we lived like next door
Yeah.
to her. And grabbed me something, and I just sent her some money, you know, because she was there.
Yeah.
That type of good hospitality and humanity. That is what's important, not just for Houston, not just for Texas, for the world.
The world.
And yeah, good people.
I want to shout out my little cousin, Al. Hands on Al. He's a local rapper, and he do it every year when it get cold. He take donations and buy blankets, and he go downtown and hand out blankets to the homeless people every year, like clockwork. If it's 10 or 20 blankets, I don't know how many blankets he passing out, but he take out his time. He do the grassroots effort to generate the money, get the blankets, and he go out there on his own and he hand out blankets, and that's big, you know, because
Very big.
that's where it's hard at. He born and raised Houston, Texas, and he got a heart for the city.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I came back too, because I was happy to move back to Houston, Texas, just because I was excited just to see if I could reach out to old friends and just the people here. Like I said,
Because they
when
were
she was
memorable
talking,
to you.
well, yeah, I mean,
The good people. Yeah.
yeah, it's become very what's the word for it? It's become more modern, where a lot of people are moving here, but it's just the people that are from here originally. They just you always have that comfort in the neighbor if a disaster happened or whatever. Because, like I said, prior to beginning what we were talking about, when I said that, when I text somebody or call somebody or whatever, and I say, "Hey, if you need anything, let me know," I mean it.
Yeah.
I'm not like just, I'm not like just boasting. I mean it.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever it takes And I just had a conversation with a neighbor across the street. As a matter of fact, she was like, "Hey, were y'all all right?" And I said, "I was trying to check on y'all. I saw y'all had power kind of like the same as us." And she was like, "Yeah, we were kind of cold." And she was like, "I was bringing the trash can in or whatever." And anyways, basically she was like, y'all are really good neighbors." And I took it as she thought, because we were young, because it's an older community, let's put it like that. And she was like, "Y'all are really good neighbors." And I told the girl, I said, I almost took it like she thought we were going to be partying or something. But I said, well, but we are actually genuine. Like,
yeah, and we're genuine, and I'm not originally from Houston, so I don't want to talk shit about any transplants. I've been here a very long time, majority of my life, as opposed to where I've lived anywhere else. But there are people that move here and see what good people are and are good people. So
yeah, just one thing. The people that move here learn how to drive, man. All right?
Please.
Yeah.
Please,
We don't
know.
Yeah.
We know.
We trying to get somewhere.
Even if you have Texas plates,
Yeah.
we still know.
Do
If you
you?
don't
Right.
know where that turnaround
Yeah.
is, and you cut across from the left lane
Yeah.
to the far right lane, and you don't know that you can just go to the very next exit and turn around, that's how we know.
Do your sightseeing on Sundays and Saturdays.
and
No, not Saturdays.
Yeah.
No, because people work and they get
Yeah.
their stuff done do it on Sundays in the morning.
Yeah, y'all really be in the way.
I
And I don't know where y'all come from.
have to
Y'all
interject.
drive like y'all got a privilege. Ain't no privileged drivers on our freeways.
It's dangerous. in the
Yeah.
streets.
I have to interject on this.
But
So a lot of people moving over here. We got 19 lanes. 19
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Don't hog
And
one.
know which one you need to be in.
Yeah.
If you don't know where you're going, it's called to the far right.
Yeah. Or
You may
just,
want to drive fast.
or just stay on
if
the
you don't
feeder.
know where you're going.
Yeah.
I'm not saying drive.
Yeah.
I'm not saying drive slow in that 19
Yeah.
right
The far
lane.
right you can because we just know. Oh.
Hey, the stoplights change pretty quick.
Driving the senior citizen lane.
Get on the
All
feeder.
right.
That red light, green light, yellow
And
lights
there's
change
a
pretty.
turnaround everywhere as long
Yeah.
as there's no construction. But
Change
you can
pretty
just go
quick.
to the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you. PSA.
Got me riding the feeder because I want to get up there with
What aggravates me though is living in other states and driving in other states and cities. It's like you have to know where you're going, or you'll take another hour detour.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
engineering is crazy.
Yeah, that's
The
what
way
we
they-
got
yeah.
the best one. So
Yeah.
that's our PSA.
What-
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Go to the next exit. U-turn. You might hit a few.
Unless you're at 288 and 610, they just messed that up.
Well,
So,
59 in
There's a
Hillcroft.
way
You
around
get
it.
stopped by one of them.
There's a way around it. 610 is a loop, so just
Yeah.
go the other
Keep going,
way.
yeah.
Just go the other way on 610 and then
Loop
you'll
it
get to where you
around.
wanted to go. Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
and have some money in your pocket because now everything turned into a toll road.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Oh,
it costs to get there.
And have it for some gas if you didn't fill up.
Yeah. If you missed that
you
exit.
want to talk about taxes? That one. Never mind. To a lot of toll roads, and they're getting paid on top of us paying taxes for paying for the toll road. But yeah,
And taxes.
taxes.
I know. I think it comes
Taxes
up in
and
some
debt.
way, shape, or form. Right?
Yeah, taxes.
Another fun fact about Houston. The first one was Houston was the first word heard from the moon. Houston is the home to the first traditional Hindu temple in the nation.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did you know it was also the home of the Players and Pimps?
Yeah, I knew that.
We all know
Yeah, I
that.
knew that. I knew that
So
one.
that was kind of opposite.
Yeah.
Cognac knows his Houston
Yeah.
Rapids songs.
They call it a temple.
Not the Players and Pimps. Lord have mercy. So then I guess Houston's home for the hose too. 'Cause you can't have a pimp without a hose.
Let's ask Harden about that one.
59,
Uh-oh.
59,
That boy still sending water over here.
59 in Hillcroft.
Right? He
So,
sent a truckload of water.
Here's something I don't know if you heard.
Make sure they straight.
If Danielle remembers or not, we were at a birthday gathering and at Spaghetti Warehouse, and there's supposedly a button you can push at the bayou
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, she told us about,
Hey, if somebody can holler at me about that, or because
And it makes the fountains go or something?
something like that. It
I
makes,
need to ask her about that again. But
and
she said it's hard to find or something.
you know, there's some button hidden that you push, and it makes
They don't elaborate on this, and I'm gonna leave these fun facts alone.
I like the fun facts.
But it is forbidden to sell Limburger cheese on Sundays in Houston. So if you're a Limburger cheese fan, make sure you stock up on Saturdays. On
What
your
is
Yeah, that's what it says. Can't sell it on Sundays.
What is I
It
mean,
must have alcohol in
I was
it.
gonna say.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. In what Limburger cheese?
Limburger cheese.
Do they make a like? Is it
the German cheese?
It sounds like it. Let me do some more research and I'll get back to you.
That's so weird. But every state has like weird laws.
That's
you
a whole
can't cross the
that you
street
don't
on
even know.
Sunday in Vermont.
antiquated law still on the books.
Yeah, just take it off. Save you,
I made that
save
one
you
up.
some paper.
I made the Vermont.
Cross
walk in
those
the
out.
street.
Cross those out. I did look up a couple, but obviously do your research. But if you want to donate to help people, because there are people that still need help, even though they have power and water now. There's people without food that can't afford food because they don't know how much they're going to pay to fix their homes. They don't know when they're going to be able to go back to work or have lost jobs, medical bills. So I looked up a few, obviously Houston Food Bank, Austin Disaster Relief Network, San Antonio Food Bank, Feed Texas. The list goes on. Just make sure you do your research so you're not donating to somebody.
And
in
anything you can do,
country.
anything you can do with the food bank, you're gonna get bang for your time, money, or whatever. Because the food bank really has a long reach, and even beyond their reach, they try to extend that reach.
And they help people all year.
All
not just
year.
Disaster.
Yeah.
In whatever city you're in, yeah.
Here's another fun fact. So
Cognac loves fun facts.
no, I was gonna say about Mattress Mac. What was crazy is during that plant disaster, I can't remember exactly off the top of my head
We
what
had
was that.
A plant
We had
explosion here.
Plant
A really bad
explosion
one.
about an hour or so north of us, northwest, whatever. Anyways, this is what I was getting at with Texans being so heartful and giving. Is I took a truck full of canned food to donate to Gallery Furniture, and they turned me back. They said they don't have enough space in their 18-wheelers to take. So that goes to show you how heartfelt Texans are for donation. As far as, like, they couldn't even take another load out to that area where people didn't have power. Half of their homes got wiped out from the explosion, stuff like that. So then, I had to turn around and was like, okay, well, let me take it to,
The Houston
the
food.
Houston Food Bank. Yeah, that's what. Sorry, it reminded me. Sorry, Cognac. I go off the cuff normally. But it dawned on me about that too.
So oh my bad.
Go ahead. No, I just said.
He's telling us what Limburger.
Limburger is from Belgium.
Yeah.
That's
Pause
your
the
people.
Hervé.
That's your people, Cognac.
Yeah. It's from Belgium.
Quarter. Yeah.
I guess you can only get that at Central Market. That's or Whole Foods or Trader
World
Joe's.
Market.
Yeah, so somewhere like with specialty cheeses.
Yeah. It looks stank.
And you don't want to eat it on Sunday.
Right.
All right, so my mom would like.
It's not hard though. It don't look.
Depends if it's goat cheese.
Oh,
She,
yeah,
if
she
it's
don't
goat,
like
she
that
won't
cheese.
eat.
I love the cheeses, but I never heard of that
I
one.
don't want it stinky.
Yeah.
Favorite cheese?
It's not moldy,
Munster,
though.
in case anybody cared. Munster.
But the food bank, that's the truth. And the reason why, because there's so many, we were talking about things being regulated when you want to help people. There's so many regulations out there that you don't know about, so you just can't cook up a pot of soup and go
Obviously.
on the street and serve soup. So they work through the yellow tape already, and help you out if you really want to help. So shout out to the Houston Food Bank. I'm a supporter. I'm a member of the Houston Food Bank. Something that me and my son used to do. And I'm guilty. We haven't been there in a while. Used to go help sort out, but on Saturdays, a couple of hours. But big advocate of the food bank. But there's more things out there too.
Yeah.
Other than the food bank.
You can even just volunteer your time.
Yeah.
Your time. Obviously, it's hard. Like you said, you can't just cook food and hand it to people. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never, thank God, been hungry, but you don't know what people will take from you because they're scared.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But it's a lot. There's a lot going on in the city. Potholes. So because when
they're frozen over now.
No, they're not. They're full of ice.
No.
They're frozen over.
So
no, it was hot today.
when we elected Turner, my guy, that was his thing. We elected him. He in there. He didn't get in there by himself, right? Okay, but he was the pothole. We gonna get rid of the potholes.
That was his first.
That was his first thing. Yeah.
Started out real well.
Yeah.
When the potholes and then was the flooding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flood zones.
Flood zones. Yeah.
Houston is a bowl. What they call it?
So I had a drink in my mouth when you were saying something earlier.
But for some reason, the potholes are only in the affluent neighborhoods. I think they like that to keep not only in affluent, but the most serious potholes I ever dealt with was like in the River
That
Oaks
is very
area.
true. We always say that,
like they want to keep.
We would drive to River Oaks. We're like, why are these roads so bad? These are the richest people.
Yeah, they're raggedy as
They
hell.
might be selling tires.
They just want to keep people out, and if you can't run from the police. With all those potholes.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You went to a whole nother.
Oh my gosh!
If I lived in River Oaks, I'd be like, don't fix them leave them.
We got the tire plan.
I know where it's at. I know how to avoid that pothole.
A whole other dimension than I was thinking.
That is true though, but we do still have a problem with potholes. Mr. Turner.
Another good thing about Houston, we got some. We got a lot of chain restaurants, but we got a lot of the best restaurants. We got some of the best restaurants in the city.
Houston is known for restaurants.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That and strip clubs.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the strip club.
Me neither. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
There's a lot of other cities. There's a lot of other places known for their strip clubs. And
And
Houston.
the best food at the
Yeah.
I just heard what
I
Drake
never ate
said.
food, actually. I never ate food.
I only heard what Drake and Harden said about the strip club. That's all I knew about it.
Yeah.
I didn't drink that much. I mean, restaurants though. Favorite. See, you have to pick a category.
Yeah, I
for
was gonna
favorite,
say,
though.
again?
I don't know.
Didn't we do this? Or we were supposed to save this for another
Okay,
episode?
so Whataburger. Let's just bring up Whataburger. That's a Texas staple.
I thought we established that the fries were good. As
No.
even cooler shit.
I think we talked about this on our own one day. Whataburger's great, but In-N-Out's here now, and that's my Cali coming in. So.
I'm not a burger guy. Like Whataburger.
Whataburger's
They
good.
got the bomb ass, and I don't need them. Shouldn't eat them. But if I go there, I always buy two, one for later. The motherfucking cinnamon rolls,
That's
man.
more money.
Oh, what?
Them cinnamon rolls at
I don't like
Whataburger
cinnamon
are the
rolls.
truth,
You don't like
man.
sweets?
Oh well, that's y'all. Y'all missing it. I don't like them either. I try to stay the hell away from them. But if I go to Whataburger, I'm ordering two cinnamon rolls. Period.
Two?
One for later. One for
I mean,
later.
you already went.
Yeah. Because
You have to go
I may
back.
pull up once a month because I try not to eat that fast food.
Yeah.
And I can't even call Whataburger fast food. Because they make it upon order.
Yeah, it's very fresh.
Yeah,
No,
so-
it is very fresh.
I feel like I
That's
would
the-
like
you get some.
the In-N-Out burger
Yep.
with Whataburger French fries. That would make me happy.
And then,
Meow.
That would
You
make
know-
me so happy. Because In-N-Out fries are trash.
not taking nothing from In-N-Out, So let me put it the best In-N-Out I had. It was Dania went home to Cali and brought some frozen burgers back.
I will bring a frozen burger back.
But going to the actual restaurant getting the burgers just wasn't it for me.
Because it didn't come from me.
But
That's why.
not for real. We got one in my neck of the woods, In-N-Out, and I haven't been there. The experience I had just ain't. Because I'm not a burger guy, I'm just not gonna go on my way for that. For a burger.
I'm not a burger person either, but if I want a burger, I'm going in.
But Whataburger got that patty melt.
Yeah, but sometimes they overcook the Texas toast.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't like the onions or the sauce.
Well, I take the onions off.
Washed,
Yeah, I like that patty
The
melt.
sauce is fine. It's just the onions. I don't like
But
it.
in the sauce, it's
Well, that's fine. Whatever. In-N-Out has onions in their secret sauce too. It's just I'm just picky, but whatever. Picky about what goes in my mouth. Sorry. Well, just talk.
no. So I had a meeting.
Connor had his hand raised.
Well, yeah, no. I had a meeting right before the storm was coming in, and up in Dallas, and so the meeting happened where a In-N-Out was, and so obviously I didn't order the fries, which I'm usually
Praise the Lord when He do it. Yes.
So between meetings, we ate In-N-Out, and I ordered just 2 burgers. Normally, anywhere I would go, I would order 1 burger and a fry.
Yeah.
But I just went, and he goes, "You don't want no fries?" I said, "No, just give me 2 doubles."
Some people love their fries.
And so I had to go back and, obviously order for the girl over here.
That's right.
Two to go, and then I got 2 for me too.
And ate them for breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the burger is good, but if you want to go burger and fries, Whataburger. Sorry.
Yeah, at that place, at those type of places.
Yeah, the guy asked me twice, "Do you want fries?" I told him twice, no and no.
And then Whataburger got that honey butter biscuit for breakfast.
Oh, Whataburger
That's-
breakfast
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
I like
More
the
of
taquitos.
Taquito, yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
I
Whataburger.
like the
that,
egg and cheese and potato taquito.
honey butter chicken biscuit.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather the taquito.
Sometimes I leave here and I gotta pass the Whataburger up. I hit that damn
That's
Whataburger.
another thing. They're always open.
Yeah, if that line not wrapped around.
Well, it depends what hour because
Yeah.
Whataburger is most popular at drinking hours.
Yeah.
And Taco Bell.
Yeah. If that line
That and Taco Bell.
if the line not wrapped around.
24 hours.
And Jack in the Box.
Ugh, Jack in the Box. Sorry.
Okay, so go to Jack in the Box.
But that's not a Texas staple.
No, but if you go to Jack in the Box, you can find all kinds of delicious things. It doesn't matter what you feel like, you're gonna find something there. No?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
And all of them
Like, I feel like a burger,
you to go
I
to
feel
the
like
toilets.
a pita, right? But you're going home, right?
Hopefully.
mean,
don't go to Jack in the Box if you're not going.
I like Jack in the
You might
Box.
shit the bed if you're that drunk. But
Jack in the Box know what they doing.
Yeah.
They got that munchies thing. They know who they catering
Exactly.
to. They know
That's
their
what I'm
audience.
saying.
So
you want a burger.
I
you
appreciate
want
the
a pita.
business.
Yeah.
You want little tacos.
When you're in
Do
that
you want a
mind
big
frame.
taco? Do you want some onion rings? Do you want fries? Do you want them curlied?
Or do
And
you
they-
want
and
them
they
all
got egg
together?
rolls.
Yeah, and they got egg rolls.
Yeah.
They got cheesecake. They got
Shakes.
they got it for you. And if you just
You
need
got a
something,
good stomach.
if you just need something greasy to soak up that alcohol you just consumed, get you some of these tacos.
On the way to
Deep fried
somewhere at the
tacos.
toilet.
Yeah.
Period.
No, I like Jack in the Box. Jack in the Crack.
It is.
I really don't eat
Jack's your
fast
crack.
much anymore.
Hmm?
Oh, I'll tell you something. Is this a Texas thing? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Is Fuzzies a Texas thing?
Fuzzies
I don't know.
tacos.
I don't know.
I think it's a local chain. Not a local chain, but a regional
Well,
chain.
when we moved,
Let's see.
discovered Fuzzies.
Fuzzy is the
There was
truth.
not one by our other house, and there's one right by us now. And oh my gosh, like the first 2 months we were here, we were at least once a week Like,
Yeah.
it was.
I had to discover
changed
what
my
I
life.
like. Though,
I'm a big
personally.
shredded beef fan,
Yeah.
and a
Sure.
lot of Mexican places don't have shredded beef, and so good, so greasy, but eat it at home anyways.
They can sponsor us anytime. All these places.
I love they shredded
Right.
chicken nachos at Fuzzy.
Oh, I had the nachos for the first time last week.
Yeah.
But I got shredded beef, but still good.
And then it eats like a bird. That's the
Whatever.
funniest thing. She'll order this whole nacho platter, and then eat
That was only
2
size.
or 3 chips. 2 or 3 chips. I'm full, and then
Life hack: all you have to do is keep some tortilla chips stored in your pantry, and then you can
scrape
just
it
scrape
off
it
their
off,
chips.
heat that up, and pour it on the new chips. You're welcome.
So they have them in Florida, so
So it's not local.
no, it's not a local
Is
thing.
Florida in the United States?
Yeah,
Are they?
So it's a local thing then.
I like
They seem to
Florida.
be doing their own thing. I don't know. I'm
my
just
God.
kidding. I went to middle school in Florida. And we actually happen to go, well, we used to, before the pandemic, we go every year to Horror Nights for Universal
We
Studios.
used to.
One of my favorite back in the day.
Before the COVID.
So back to Houston.
Yeah.
Houston, we have a damn problem.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say, just on that narrative, do better, man. Do better. Be smart. Be smart. Don't try to put pacifiers in our mouths. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't try to put no fucking pacifiers in our mouth. We are smart people. We probably been living here longer than you. Like, you know, Rob, my guy, I'm always gonna have his back. But me, I've been here since I was 7, and they just can't. I know I've been dealing with freezes for a long time. You know, and this was a different type of freeze, but at the end of the day, it was a fucking freeze. And you know, I've been all over the state, and it freezes everywhere in the state, some time of the year. And they didn't lose power, and they may have lost water, because to lose water during the freeze, that's a common thing. Even to lose power sometimes during a freeze is a common thing. But don't act like it's new to us, because it's not that new. You know, it's a little more severe, yeah, but come on.
And don't tell people to boil their water because it's not safe when they don't have power. Thank you.
And that open the window shit, come on, man.
That's your boy. That's what you said. That's your boy.
Well, just do better. If you know better, do better. Don't whatever.
And I think we're in a time and age where you better do better.
Yeah, whatever it is you're trying to appease.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Whatever it is you're trying to appease, that wasn't the time to do the appeasement. You know, just
They'll probably
Do better,
because
yeah.
I know there's a lot of lawsuits coming.
that's my last thing on the. We have a damn problem. Fix it. Fix that shit.
Because come next year, we gonna be ready, and if you ain't ready, we gonna be extra mad.
Next year we might be able to make snow angels. I don't know.
Well, why
It's
would
possible.
we? Why would we?
It's possible.
It's not new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go to our finale. As per usual, we're gonna answer a question, and I just randomly picked one. It was my turn. What are you too hard on yourself about? Question 971.
Question 971.
What are you too hard on yourself about? Does anybody have an answer?
I thought we were doing poker. Mike was going first.
Mike went first on the first episode.
Did he? What am I so hard on myself? I guess.
Just answer the question.
I know I am.
What are you
I
so
am.
hard on yourself about?
I'm hard on myself on just everything, as far as like doing. Sorry, I'm hard on myself on thinking about doing a podcast and stuff. I've gotten more relaxed. I think I've expressed myself as much as I, feel like can.
Rob the talker. I'm gonna answer for you.
What is it?
He's
Everything?
he's the talker. If anybody knows him or knows his personality, you can kind of get a gist of it. But he overthinks podcasting for some reason and gets all nervous.
I overthink everything.
Yeah, but you brought it up. You said that's what your heart is on yourself about right now.
No, I said I
Podcast.
overthink everything, and you're the one that usually tells me not to.
Bring it down.
And I usually, yeah.
Bring it down because you got it, you've had it, and you're a boss. So
I usually go with
this is new, but
I go with the flow. That's the thing about me. I usually go with the flow.
I know, but when you go into meetings, you second guess. And
I have to check myself basically.
No, I check.
Well, kind of.
You're welcome.
Both of us. I check myself to make sure that I know that I'm going into this situation that I actually know what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna, basically handle whatever comes at me, because I don't know what's gonna come at me. But I go in with, like, Rob, wake up, don't be the funny bunny. You need to be serious. Some situations, Rob, be the funny bunny, because that's a situation you're in.
And what he needs to remember is to just be Rob, because Rob is dope. Period. In any situation. I'm not even.
Depends on the
I'm
person.
saying I'm not even
with,
dope in any situation, but Rob is. So.
That's my biggest fear. It just depends on the situation I am in, I guess, or I fluster myself.
Tequila, you have one?
For no reason.
Or you want me to go?
No, you can go. I mean, I can answer that easy.
I feel like my answer is making the right decisions and always wanting to make the people that I love and actually love me proud. So that's something that I think about. But I'm talking about myself.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that's probably what I'm hardest on myself. Like, if someone's disappointed in me that I actually care about, I'm like, what? That bothers me. So I get hard on myself. But I always remind myself and look in the mirror and I'm like, no, you're a good person. Okay, work on that. But you're a good person. So I try to remind myself that. Mike?
I'm a perfectionist. I think maybe perfectionist is not the word, but
Perfectionist.
anal. I'm real anal about shit.
Yeah.
So I need stuff to be a certain way.
Oh.
So if I turn my phone, like I just turned my phone like that, I need it to be even with the cord like that. That bothers me.
That's
so
called OCD.
whatever.
Rob got it too.
But so
no, I know.
I'm hard on myself. Damn near about everything. You know what I'm saying? Really, really hard on myself because I just want to do a good job. I'm a check the box type of guy, personally. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that I covered my end of the deal. That way, if it was to blow up or come back, that I would have my part of the deal covered, where I won't be to blame. And if I am to blame, I have no problem taking ownership of my faults. So,
But it just takes you a minute to get there, I feel. I mean, most people.
I always look at myself. I'm
just telling you to not be
myself.
hard on yourself about it.
Yeah.
You have to have your process.
Yeah.
Not take blame for everything.
I don't take blame for everything because I'm checking the boxes.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's selfish that I check the boxes the way that I do because I'm not giving other people the opportunity to grow. Right. And then I set standards that some people can't meet based off of me holding myself to a certain standard and being hard on myself. And I subconsciously expect people to do the same, but everybody don't do the same. But so to be Mike is a challenge. It's a
Did you
struggle.
just speak in third person, sir? Sir.
Hey, it's a struggle. For real, because I'm hard on myself. I come a long way, and just try to keep all my ducks in a row. Because I got a lot of people that depend on me, and if shit crumble, a lot of people gonna be affected. You know, I'll be all right, but I don't know if everybody else will be all right. Yeah.
I guess I picked like some kind of a sad. Sorry, it's random.
Yeah.
It's random. It's
Yeah.
random.
Yeah.
But you got an insight on all of us.
Yeah.
A little bit. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Obviously, we really appreciate it. Share it. Tell your friends.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Love talking to you all. All the feedback's been great.
Super great. Thank you.
Super motivational.
Yeah. Uplifting.
As,
and not just from Texans.
Yeah. and we hope that you're really getting something from it that edifies your life in one way or the other. Even if it's just a laugh at our
banter.
Yeah. Laughter is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank y'all again.
I'm a resident comedian.
No, I was gonna say that's why we started this podcast by saying well traveled. That's why I kind of went to different districts of America,
of not Texas,
right now.
Yeah.
Right, of not Texas. Yeah, excuse me. But yeah, God bless all y'all. And like I said, I'm the shirt off the back guy for real. So if anybody,
if you're a good person.
Huh?
If they're a good person.
If they're good, yeah. Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
bring anybody
if
in
they're a
your
good
house.
person. I just texted somebody today. I said, we're all related in some way, but we're not all relatable. So,
and that was actually a really good quote. Once you read it,
yeah, I text in the group today about that. But that being said, we love y'all and thank you for the support. If y'all are listening, I don't care about just telling friends. Tell everybody.
Rob's like, tell everybody.
Tell
Everybody. That's also a Texas thing.
So, anyways, yeah, we love you guys for listening, for real. We appreciate it because, like, at the end of the day, it's it's fun for us, and that's what it is. It is what it is. It's fun for us. I hope it's fun for y'all. And that's all I have to say.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you all.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
That's it for this week's episode of Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Follow us on all the social medias. Leave your comments and reviews. Until next week, keep safe and keep your squad close. Thanks for hanging out.